Hello and welcome to this Illuminate tutorial on how to create an assessment using Inspect Plus within the new Illuminate Item Bank. So before we get started, what we'll do is we need to log into Illuminate. When we've logged on to Illuminate, you want to click on the Assessments button on the left side of your screen. A window will pop out. Find and choose Browse Item Bank New. After a few seconds, you will see the new Illuminate Item Bank web page appear on the screen, giving it time to load. This is what we call the workflow for our new item bank. We'll start off by selecting our standards. So we want to go click on Edit Base Standards. A My Standards window will appear on the screen. We'll want to select our providers. Our provider will be, of course, the Common Core Content Standards. Select our subject. We're going to select English Language Arts. And then we'll finally select our grade level, and we'll select grade 6 English Language Arts. Once we have our standards appear, then what we'll do is we will select the standards that we would like to assess. So I'm going to select 6.1, 6.2, and 6.3. If you notice, they populate under the column that says Selected Standards. I'll click on the Done button. When we go back to our workflow, I'll start filtering out the different item types that I want to use for this assessment. So I'm going to start with the standards I'm going to assess. I'm going to be pulling them from the item bank, from the Inspect Plus item bank. The item type I want to use for this assessment will be multiple choice. And finally, I think I want to select my DOK levels. So I'll deselect, and I think I'll just select Recall 1, DOK level 1. Give it some time to load. Now we have our item types. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on View Items, view the 5 items here. Give it some time to load. Once you've set all your filters, you can start viewing your items. So you'll see the title of the item type. You'll see the standards that we selected that are clicked to this item type, the DOK level 1. You'll see a paper and web. You'll see a computer and paper icons. That basically means that the item can be either administered on paper or it can be administered online. It also gives you the option to lock an item. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add a couple of items. So I'm going to add this one here and this one here, and then I'll click on Confirm. As you start adding items, you'll start to see notifications on the Create Assessment button. So there are the 3 items that I selected from this item, from our item bank. This indicates that the items are now being added to what we call the Build Assessment mode. So now I want to create my assessment, give it a title. Click on the Create button. Now it's taking me into Build Assessment mode. Once you're in the build assessment mode, you can add more standards. You can customize your assessment by adding more standards if you like. You could add question groups to it, add descriptions, you can add tags to it. If you want to go back and browse and add more standards to your assessment, you click back on browse and it takes you right back to the workspace. I'm going to go back to building my assessment. You also have the option to upload materials into your assessment. When I click on the preview icon, it shows me what the assessment will look like in front of the students when it's being administered to the students. And once I'm happy with my assessment, then I just go to Done, click on Publish. Now my assessment is ready for administration.